Hey there, you looking kinda cute. Please consider subscribing and check out our Patreon for more. Enjoy the video. I wanted to tell you about a great but also painful thing that happened to me. My ex-wife had decided to come to see me in my new place, which was halfway across the country. Yes, ex-wife. We're going to hang out as friends. I'm a crossdresser. But like most of the girls I know, our pasts have led us to where we are now. I tried to do as little of the normal stuff as possible. Like everyone else, I used to wear my sister's clothes until I had to move on to my mom's. I called in sick to school a few times so I could do what I loved. At some point, wearing all these girly clothes, I got caught. My dad went crazy, but my mom was more calm. The question was never talked about again as I grew up. I'm sure my mom knew I kept getting dressed, but she never said anything. I was also very careful not to get caught by anyone else because my wants made me feel so alone. I didn't know that there were other girls in the world who were going through the same things I was. As time went on, I bought and got rid of so many clothes and items that I must have spent my retirement money on them. People came and went in my life, and most of them left when they found out my secret. I was threatened by more than one woman who said she would tell everyone what I was. One of them actually did that to many of my friends and family, which was very embarrassing. I did meet a few women who liked my way of life, but most of them didn't want to be anything more than friends. One of them did teach me some important things, though. Diane hated seeing hair on her and my body, so she soon made me shave it off. Her support helped me keep my body smoother not long after that. When I did what she asked, I really felt like a girl, and soon I was going to her hairdresser instead of my barber. My hair was soon lightened, and then very light colors were used to highlight it. Every month, I had an appointment to clean my face, and I learned how to take care of my face. Now I was very soft and smooth, which is every girl's dream. I had been shaving between my brows for a while because I didn't like how they looked together. Diane was cleaning up her eyebrows one night when she saw the fuzz from my shave. She turned to me, took out her tweezers, and started pulling out hairs, telling me that they wouldn't grow back as quickly. Even though it hurt, I was hooked on pulling right away. I let her pick until she was happy that night. She shaped me very similarly to how I looked when I was shaved, but it was so much better. She told me that they wouldn't come back as quickly and wouldn't stand out as much. She also got rid of a few random hairs, which made my face look better and cleaner. The next month, Diane and I were on holiday and had done all the things we usually do every day. After dinner and more than a few drinks, we went back to our room for the night. As I watched, she started painting her toes. When she was done, the booze took over and she said, "Now it's your turn. You seem to like what I'm doing, so I want to make you pretty." She then used the same pink she was using to paint my toes. She took my hands and painted my nails without missing a beat. I'm really scared, but she was just getting started with me. She reached into her bag and pulled out a pair of pink Tweezerman tweezers. "These are just for you, honey," she said. "Denise, you're going to look nice tonight." At that point, I was in heaven. Ever since she plucked me, I hadn't thought about much else. It was hard to stop. She kept her word to make me pretty, whether it was because of the alcohol or because that was what she wanted to do. One by one, the hairs above my eyes were pulled out. I went from being bushy to being butch to being normal. Diane just kept going. She would do one brow and then show it to me in the mirror and ask what I thought. Every time I got further away from ever being a man again. Then she would move on to the other brow, which was always thinner and more curved than the first, so it needed more care. After the break, the feminization kept going, even though I had to keep up as much of my male image as I could. My skin stayed smooth, my hair grew longer and got highlights, and I always had my toes painted. After the toe rings, a pretty ankle band was added. I used soaps with scents, and at night and on weekends, I was given my own smell curve. I soon learned to live with what I had, but I still wanted more. As friends, Diane and I grew closer. She started talking about her dreams about men, and I did too. I became more feminine, both in how I looked and what I wanted. The bomb then went off. She needed a man, and I was too girly for her. She broke my heart when she left me for a man. Despite the heartbreak, I realized that I couldn't change who I was to please someone else. I embraced my femininity and focused on finding someone who would appreciate me for who I truly am. Even though it didn't work out, she had opened Pandora's box. My wants never changed, and I loved everything she did for me. After a few months, I went to the other side of the country to start over. I had to leave. I didn't know what I wanted or needed, but I knew I couldn't get it where I was. Life went on in my new place. I made new friends and grew to love it. The weather was nice, and I finally had a chance to become the person I wanted to be. The phone rang one day out of the blue. "I'm Diane, and this is for Denise." I was blown away. "Next week, I'll be there, and I was thinking if we could get drinks together." "Wow, that'd be great. Just let me know when you get there." She said, "I was hoping to stay at your place so we could spend time together as girlfriends." She showed up at my girl's place. I was shocked when I saw her because she had thinned out her eyebrows to a very strange shape. She was more beautiful than ever. We went to my house, where I opened a bottle of wine from a local winery and poured her and me each a glass. We drank that bottle up and then opened the next one. We were about halfway through when she said, "You're still the little girl I divorced, right? Do you still like it when people treat you like a girl? Even though that's not a bad thing, do you still like it?" I couldn't deny it. I loved being treated like a woman. I said, "Thanks for noticing, and thanks for teaching me how nice it is to be a girl." "Denise, you haven't seen anything yet. Remember how much you liked getting your eyebrows done in Seattle? Check out how mine are." They were drastically changed. They were cut down to just a few lines, like Pam Anderson. They were just right for her size and very girly face. "Do you want to make a real change?" As your wife, I couldn't do it. But now that I'm your girlfriend, there's no reason for me to hold back. I couldn't talk because I was so surprised and happy. She grabbed my hand and smiled lovely at me. I was told to lie down on the bed. As I lay on the bed, I couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. The esthetician began explaining the process and discussing different eyebrow styles that would suit me. "Denise, are you ready? You're sure? Here we go, honey." She started out by putting her smile on my face. My eyebrows went from being very masculine to being very feminine as hair after hair was shaved off. I was being turned into a girl in every way by a woman who wouldn't have done that a year ago. When she was done, my eyebrows were just a few hairs thick, just like hers. She had to use a brow pencil to fill them in and look normal. She laughed and said it was about time we were on the same level. "Now, Denise, you can live out your dream, and I can enjoy my looking at my new friendly girlfriend." Then we went through my clothes, which had at least as many Denise clothes as male clothes. She chose a casual outfit of shorts, a cute t-shirt, and underwear that matched. I had 2 wedge shoes that went perfectly with the outfit and matched the top. After I got dressed, she gave me cute curls in my hair, which had been highlighted a month before she came. I did my makeup with her suggestions and changes. She was in charge of these things all the time. It turned out pretty well. When I went out in public, I looked like any other tall woman. We were finally done with the change, and I looked and felt very feminine. I couldn't believe how nice it was to have a friend there to help me through this. It makes a big difference to have someone critique and help with what a girl does to look nice. Diane was the best teacher because she was the most girly and wanted to have fun in everything she did. With everything she had done, she was making this a great night. "Denise, I didn't drive halfway across the country to give in to your wants. We need to go out and see the town and be seen. You are so beautiful that you could fit anywhere. You've done it before. Remember Seattle, San Francisco, Denver, Reno, and all the others. Now that you know how to do this, let's just go out and see the town." She was right. I did need to take her out somewhere to thank her for everything she had done for and to me. "I'm hungry and want a hamburger. Got a good place to eat nearby? And girl, we can't go through a drive-thru because we need to see and be seen. Let's go to that shop you keep talking about after that. It's the weekend, and every Friday night you tell me how many people are there. It will be fun to just walk around and look at the shops and people. We haven't gone shopping together in a few years. Remember how much fun it was when we did?" She was right. And There was a good burger and fries chain near my house, but not too close because I didn't want to run into the few people I knew in the neighborhood. We got our bags and headed out the door to have a good time. As we strolled through the bustling streets, the vibrant atmosphere filled us with excitement. The city lights illuminated the storefronts, showcasing a variety of unique products and enticing us to explore further. I wasn't scared of being caught. I was who I was, a beautiful girl. Nobody could tell me otherwise. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Patreon for a lot more content and early access to YouTube videos.